Trying to navigate the crypto world, it's incredibly fast, isn't it? And finding those new opportunities or just trying to grasp these complex tools without getting totally swamped, it's a real challenge. The sheer amount of info flying around can be pretty daunting. So today we're going to dive deep into something that's been making some waves. It's called Snorter Bot, token symbol 72RAET. Yeah, let's unpack this. Our mission here is to really pull out the key bits of info about Snorter Bot. What is it? How does it actually work? What problems is it trying to fix? And importantly, why are people, especially in DeFi and, yeah, even the meme coin space, paying attention?
Well, the first thing you notice, I think, is how it's positioned. It's not just another trading bot. It's pitched as this algorithmic tool focusing on speed and accuracy. And the really interesting part, it runs on its own private network.
The private network.
Exactly. Think of it like a private highway for your trades. Plus, and this is clever, you access it all through Telegram, an app most people already use. So yeah, it sets things up for a pretty innovative approach.
Okay, that private network thing sounds crucial, especially if you've ever been stuck, like, trying to trade during a big meme coin rally on a DEX. I mean, everything just grinds to a halt, right? Network congestion, transactions take forever, or they just fail completely. On platforms like Radium, Orca, Meteora, it happens all the time. And it's not just frustrating, it costs you money. Missed opportunities.
Absolutely. And that's precisely the pain point SnorterBot aims to solve. Its core innovation is this proprietary native RPC infrastructure.
RPC, remote procedure call, right?
That's the one. It's how your bot talks to the blockchain. Public ones get jammed up, like you said. SnorterBot's private RPC
So,
is
it's like having your own dedicated lane. You're using a private network to buy and sell. This gives you priority execution for your orders. It just bypasses all that public network mess, offering what they call industry-leading execution speeds.
okay, so serious speed. Serious speed. Initially, it's really honed in on Solana. Makes sense, given all the action with Solana meme coins lately. But, and this is important, they're not stopping there. They've confirmed plans to support Ethereum, BNB Chain, Polygon, Base, those EVM networks. Apparently, that's already in the final development stages. So it's set to broaden its reach quite a bit.
Right, so that private lane means real advantages for users. Faster access, more reliable trading, fewer of those awful failed transactions. I remember trying to get into a launch once, and yeah, transaction failed, then finally went through way too late. Price had already done its thing.
Exactly. Those moments are where something like this really shows its value. It's a definite edge.
Okay, so speed is a massive plus, but what else? Is it just fast, or does it have other tools to help people out, both newbies and experienced traders?
Oh, definitely more than just speed. It's got a pretty extensive set of features.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the automated tools first. There's token sniping. Basically, it lets you buy new coins the instant they launch, like literally within milliseconds of the liquidity pool going live.
Milliseconds. Wow.
Yeah, and in those launches, timing is everything, right? It also automatically handles slippage settings and has risk management built in. Then you've got copy trading. This lets you automatically copy the trades of top-performing meme coin traders, all within Telegram.
So you can follow the pros. How does that work with risk?
Well, that's the key. You're not just blindly following. You control your own position sizes, you set your own stop losses. So you leverage their strategy, but manage your own risk.
Okay, that makes sense. Control is important.
Hugely important.
Yeah.
And speaking of risk, there's the anti-scam protections. This is critical for meme coins. It's designed to detect rug pulls, where devs just vanish.
Yeah.
And also honeypots, where you can buy but can't sell.
Oh, yeah, those are nasty. How effective is it?
Early tests showed something like 85% accuracy in spotting these scams, which is pretty impressive.
That's actually huge. That could really lower the barrier for people worried about getting scammed.
Exactly. It could bring more people in, ironically, by making it feel safer. Utility and security matter. And finally, it also has bespoke orders and portfolio management. So custom stop losses, take profits, even scheduling trades. Plus a dashboard to track all your positions.
And all of this, you're saying, runs inside the Telegram chat window.
Correct. No need for separate websites or complicated wallets. It's all integrated right there. Streamlined, fast. Which, again, in crypto, speed and ease of use are big deals.
Okay, that's quite a feature set. Now, you mentioned the token, Snorter. You said it unlocks the bot's full potential. How does that work? What do you actually get for holding it?
Right, so the bot is usable without it, but holding SOTA-RT definitely adds layers of benefit. It's designed to be the core utility token. For starters, reduce trading commissions. If you hold SOTA-RT, you pay just 0.85% on your DEX trades.
And competitors are higher?
Yeah. You look at others like Trojan, Bonk, Bot, Maestro, They're typically charging 1%, maybe 1.5%. So 0.85% is a noticeable saving, especially if you trade a lot.
Okay, lower fees. What else?
You get premium access. This means things like unlimited token sniping trades, which is pretty essential if you're serious about launch strategies. Plus, access to more advanced analytics and entry into special trading leagues. It's about giving active traders better tools.
Right, tools for an edge.
And then there are the staking rewards. You can stake your Snorter and earn passive income. The APYs they've mentioned are, well, they're dynamic, but figures like 295% have been cited. Even higher, potentially up to 1,566% for the very earliest presale folks. That encourages holding.
Wow, those are some high numbers.
They are, though they fluctuate, of course. And looking ahead, holding gives you governance rights. You plan a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, so token holders will get to vote on the project's future direction. That's real community
The
ownership.
decentralized control. Okay.
And lastly, community incentives. Part of the supply is set aside for rewards and airdrops to keep the community engaged.
Gotcha. And the tokenomics behind this, the supply and how it's split.
Yeah, the Snortnomics. It's a fixed supply, 500 million tokens. Audited by CoinSource and SolidProof, which adds a layer of trust. The allocation seems pretty focused on growth. 25% for product development, that's a good sign, investing in the tech. 20% for marketing, 20% for exchange liquidity. Then 10% each for community rewards, airdrops, and the treasury, and 5% left for staking rewards. What's also interesting is the pre-sale price structure. It only increases by about 12% from the start to the end.
Only 12%. That's quite conservative.
It is. It suggests they're trying to attract holders who value the utility, not just flippers looking for a quick profit at the token launch, the TGE. It aims to reduce that initial sell pressure.
So the token isn't just speculative. It's really built into the system to provide value and drive usage, aiming for long-term adoption, not just a price spike.
That seems to be the strategy, yes, sustainable growth.
And it seems like this approach, this focus on utility, is getting noticed. You mentioned the pre-sale earlier, raising over $1 million in under 3 weeks and $175,000 on day one. That's pretty strong initial traction.
It really is.
Right.
And when you see numbers like that, it often attracts the attention of bigger players, the so-called whales. These are often investors who get in early on projects they see having real potential. Their involvement can be a signal.
And are whales getting involved here?
Seems so. There have been reports of individual investments of like $88,000, even over $100,000 into the Snorter presale. And the thinking is, they're not just gambling. They likely see this as more than just another meme coin. It's presented as a solution, right? Tackling those real problems traders face with speed and reliability.
Utility again.
Exactly. It combines that utility with being in a hot market AI crypto trading bots. That market's projected to grow enormously, from maybe $3 million now to potentially $170 million by 2030.
$170 million. That's a huge potential expansion for that niche.
It is. So Snorter Bot is positioning itself within that growth narrative.
Okay, so let's talk price potential, but always with the big caveat. Crypto is volatile, nothing's guaranteed. The pre-sale price starts around 9 cents, ends around 10.5 cents. What are some analysts thinking it could do later on?
Well, again, crystal ball gazing is tricky, but some analyses I've seen suggest potential targets, maybe around 94 to $1.02 by the end of 2025.
So roughly a 10x from the pre-sale price, potentially.
Potentially, yes. Further out, maybe 98 to 92 cents by 2026. And long term, like end of the decade. Some models suggest an average price maybe around $3.20 to $3.25.
Okay, those are significant potential gains. But crucially, these are just predictions in a very unpredictable market.
Absolutely crucial to remember that. And it brings us to the important considerations, the balanced view. We need to be clear. While beta testing is happening, many Snorter Bot features are still in development. You're backing a project that's still being built out.
So early stage risk.
Definitely. And Snorter is still a pre-sale token. That means there's no trading history yet. You're investing based on potential, not past performance. Plus, the wider market always plays a role. If there's bearish sentiment when the token launches, the TG date, it could easily drop below the pre-sale price initially. That happens.
That's a really critical point. So for you, the listener, what are some common pitfalls with pre-sales? Even with something that looks promising like this, how do you actually practice that sensible risk management we always talk about, especially in something as wild as meme coins? What are the practical steps?
Great question. First, diversification is key. Don't bet the farm on any single presale. Spread your risk. Second, do your own research. Look into the project's roadmap. Understand the tech as best you can. Maybe check out the team if info is available. Third, use the tools. If the bot offers stop losses, learn how to use them effectively. Setting a stop loss before you trade defines your maximum acceptable loss. It takes emotion out.
Automating your risk limit.
Precisely. And finally, the golden rule. Only invest what you can truly afford to lose. Crypto is inherently risky, and many projects, even good ones, don't succeed.
Excellent advice. Being informed means seeing both sides, the exciting possibilities and the real risks involved. Making smart choices, not just following hype. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Snorter Bot, essentially, is offering a unique private network for faster, more reliable desk trading, tackling congestion and failures. It bundles this with a suite of automated tools, sniping, copy trading, crucial anti-scam features, all inside Telegram.
That's the core pitch.
And the Snorter token acts as the key to unlock lower fees, premium features, staking rewards, and eventually governance, driving utility within the ecosystem.
Exactly. It's designed for that long-term value and adoption.
Making it a pretty interesting contender in the whole crypto trading bot space, especially for Solana initially.
Definitely one to watch. And it makes you think, doesn't it? As crypto demands more speed, more security, more automation, what does this kind of Telegram native utility-focused approach signal for the future? Could this make high-performance trading genuinely accessible to, well, almost anyone, not just the pros?
A very interesting thought to leave people with. Is this the direction things are heading? Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into SnorterBot. We really hope this breakdown gave you a clearer picture, maybe spark some new thoughts for your own journey here. And hey, if you found this useful, if it helped you understand things better, we'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Your support is what lets us keep making these deep dives, helping you stay informed in this ever-changing space. Thanks for listening.